Brrr. It's quite cold here in the Arctic region of Canada. I hope you brought your winter coat, snow pants, hat, mitts, and boots because it is extremely cold in this region. The Arctic region is the furthest north that you can travel in Canada. This region is called the Arctic region because the majority of the region is above the Arctic Circle. Please record this information about why it is called the Arctic region in your flipbook. Before we go any further, I would like for you to understand what the Arctic Circle is. The Arctic Circle is an invisible line of latitude on the Earth. These lines of latitude go from west to east around the entire globe. These invisible lines represent coordinates or locations. People use these lines of latitude to know where they are on the globe. Because the Arctic region is above the Arctic Circle, the ground below the surface remains frozen for the majority of the year. This is known as permafrost. The only time that the ground is not frozen all the way through is the summer when it thaws for a very short period of time. Please record this into your flipbook. The Arctic region is the only region in Canada that does not have any provinces in it. There are only territories in the Arctic region. The following territories are in the Arctic region: the Northwest Territories and Nunavut. Please record the two territories that are found in the Arctic region of Canada into your flipbook. Some maps divide the Arctic region into two sections, a northern and a southern section. Your map does this, so we need to make sure that we pay close attention to what Ms. DeBacker says when you're coloring in your map. Ms. DeBacker will post on the smartboard which regions need to be colored in for the Arctic region and which don't, so make sure that you're paying close attention when you color your map. For now, we must know that the climate in the Arctic region is cool in the summer and extremely cold in the winter. Summers in the Arctic are very brief or short. The temperatures in the summer are fairly cool and will reach a high of 15 degrees Celsius. In the middle of the summer, the sun does not set all night long. There are 24 hours of sunlight. Please record the information learned about the climate for the summer months of the Arctic region in your flipbook. The winter season in the Arctic is very cold. The temperatures in the Arctic are much different than that of where you live in Vineland, Ontario. The coldest days where you live in the winter are typically the warmest days in the Arctic region in the winter. The temperatures in the winter months range from -15 degrees Celsius to -40 degrees Celsius. These temperatures are the temperatures without the wind chill. The sun and sunlight does the opposite of what was said earlier about the summer months. In the middle of the winter, the sun does not come above the horizon line. There are 24 hours without sunlight. Can you imagine having no sunlight for 24 hours? Please record the information learned about the climate for the winter months of the Arctic region in your flipbook. There is very little precipitation in the Arctic region of Canada. Rainfall in the summer months does not occur very often. There is an average of 5 millimeters per summer of rainfall. However, some snow falls in the winter, but very little in comparison to other regions of Canada. The majority of this region is made up of small islands. These small islands are here because of the glaciers that once covered this region. We learned about glaciers when we went to the Interior Plains region. For those of you that don't remember what a glacier is a sheet of ice that is relatively thick. When these glaciers melted, it broke up the land into different islands. These islands are generally rocky and have very little soil on them. Each of these islands has a different name. Some of the most well-known islands are Queen Elizabeth Island and Victoria Island. Please record these names of the two islands of the Arctic region of Canada in your flipbook. Another landform you might see in the Arctic region are pingos. Pingos are round hills that have ice in the middle of them. These pingos were created as a result of glaciers. These landforms are massive or large. Pingos can be 230 feet tall and 2,000 feet wide. Please record the term pingo and fill in the blanks about what a pingo is and how big they are into your flipbook.
Created using Powtoon.